Hi, Alison Durant, Canadian artist coming to you from my home studio here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm super excited to share what I'm working on right now, and I am constantly inspired and having to figure out a way to really get my inspiration out. I've been able to do that through my new YouTube channel. That's been just awesome. It's been a really good fit for me, so I'm now on YouTube. For those of you that have been asking if I still do Patreon or videos, I have entirely moved to YouTube. So do check me out. You can find me under my name or at Art by Ali Mac. I think it's easier under Alison Durant. The last name is D-A-W-R-A-N-T as in Tom. And okay, so I just wanted to focus today. I want to let you know I am now shipping rolled canvas prints. So this painting, my painting titled And There You'll Be, this is a 38 by 48 inch, I'm not sure if it even fits in my screen here, canvas print, and this can now be taken off the frame after I've embellished it, after I've worked on it. It's triple spray varnish, so it has this beautiful fine protective spray, and Art Magic does that for me. If you're looking for the most amazing printing company here in Calgary, I do know they also ship, so don't hold back if you're not in Calgary, but Art Magic has just been phenomenal. Art Magic does all of my fine art or giclée prints. That's another name for these. This is an example of buds in bouquets, and again, the ink is so high quality. People see my prints and they think they're originals. That's not what I was here to talk about today though, so I'm gonna go back. Anyway, check out artmagic.ca, and magic is spelled with a K, not a C. So this canvas print can be rolled up in a tube and I can now ship to you. I have not updated my website, so just know that if you are interested in this option, let us know the size that you're keen on. Let us know what options you might have it framed on your end, wherever you're located. And we'll just go from there and we'll just work this out together. So I'm really excited. Historically, I've only been able to ship my work flat, which is really costly. I don't roll the giclée or fine art prints. So unfortunately, I probably won't get into, if you're interested in framing a large paper like fine art print, that's not an option unless you're local or within Canada, and depends on the size. But there's just no restriction now, and I can show you an example. This is my painting Alberta Roots, and it's been reproduced as a canvas print. And so you can see on the back I have the certificate of authenticity, which contains the title, a cute little snapshot of the art, and my original signature. Really nice to have, especially if you're gifting art. And I had this frame done by a local company called Red Leaf Molding, I believe. The owner there, I think his name is Mark, he was fabulous. And so I framed to have myself, because I'd sold these originals, I put them in these floater frames, and I just love the work that Red Leaf does here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So that's just an example. If you get a canvas print and it's rolled in a tube, you can go to a framing place, look into the quality of the framing company, make sure they've done this before, that they know what they're doing, and have them stretch it on stretcher bars of the size which we'll give you at Art Magic. You can always have it framed on your wall in a floating frame, or I find with the large canvas prints you really don't need that frame. So another one that I have beside me is, I'm so grateful because my father is a woodworker and he makes me my easels. This is my painting In the Elements. So it's tricky to get in the whole frame, but again, this was one of the first paintings I had ever reproduced into print. It was one of my best sellers, probably because I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. People seem to love the mountains. They really wanted large during the pandemic, and that's when I started to work with Art Magic to get prints. And so now, if you want these large canvas prints, prints. You can get them rolled up in a tube. Oh, I'm out of breath. This is a good workout, so I'm just gonna move this aside and talk to you about some of the other things that I'm excited to share. Most of you know I am working on an Oracle deck. I'm so excited that I'll have 71 images of my original art that hasn't really been touched digitally. It's very much hand-painted art reproduced into print. Even the colors I have kept very much close to the originals. Some of the originals will be available for purchase around the time that I make the Oracle deck available on my website. I hope to have the Oracle deck. It's called Art Poetry for Insights and Inspiration Oracle deck. I hope to have it available towards the end of August, beginning of September this year for sure. So as I am speaking, it is being printed and I have published it and I'm so excited. I did the illustrations and I'm really, really proud of this product. Super excited. So that is coming. I also wanted to share, it's really hard to read my own writing on here. I am going to be doing changes to both my website where I hold all of my original art, which is artbyalimac.com, and I'm going to be also working with ArtMagic. There's going to be some changes to the print website. Do check out artmagic.ca because there's some incredible local artists that have recently joined. Their work is stunning. It's like this hidden little gem, this little hub of really original, beautiful artwork that's been put into high quality print through ArtMagic, and it's just a great community, so check it out. And I also wanted to share with you, I am going to be doing a grand opening at a place called the Audio Room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The Audio Room is the most incredible place to go to hear music through their stereo systems. Their specialty is these high-end stereos, high-end sound equipment, and they have asked that I bring my art into this space, and we're going to combine probably jazz music, I think, in the fall of this year, and my art. And right now they have purchased a number of my pieces, both originals and prints, and they're at the Audio Room right now. So if you know the Audio Room or you work downtown Calgary or you want to see some of my art, that's a great place to check out. I believe there's 5 pieces there. And I'm really excited because the grand opening will be available to anyone that wants to come, and very excited. So I have been working a lot on the design of the Audio Room. Is a really large space. There's some incredible rooms, and so ArtMagic has been amazing and is really helping me figure out in this newly renovated space that they've done what art is a fit and how can we make this sort of more available to the public, to my clients. I wanted to share, I've been a little quiet on social media. I am really loving art journaling. So getting back to my practice of not just writing. So art journaling for me is more about, in the moment I sit down to do my art journal, what materials do I have in front of me that I want to work with, what's gone on in my day, what am I thinking, what am I inspired by. This is just an example of some of my art journal pages. Every now and then I add writing. I do go back to some of these pages. So this one I've dated this, but I will go back to this. I was really inspired by abstract pansies. So I'm learning a lot about flowers right now, really trying to hone in on my skills with florography. I believe that's the right pronunciation, just studying flowers. And that way, when I sit down and I paint intuitively, it just comes easier. This, I was thinking of sunsets. I hope to start doing more work on sunsets. I have so many art journals I wanted to share. This is why I'm on YouTube. I get so excited. I cannot do like a structured course right now. At some point, I definitely will have structured classes on my website, maybe next year. But until then, this is an example of one piece that I was going to put in my Oracle deck. it didn't make the cut. I just have so much work. So I went through and decided what pieces I really loved. This is a background that I have started that just is calling my name for mark making over top. My favorite part about art journaling is these flowy watercolor backgrounds, these metallics. And I've started these, and then when I feel like it, I can go back and finish these paintings. So, you know, I love the idea of not sitting down and having this blank canvas and feeling like you have to finish it right away. It's all about what works for you as the artist, creative, if you don't call yourself an artist. You know, what supplies do you have available to you? Where are you? You know, do you have good paper? Good quality paper is a must, 140 pounds. Especially if you're going to be selling your work. If you're just kind of enjoying watercolor and mixed media, I recommend higher quality paper over higher quality supplies. And yeah, I'm kind of sidetracking, but if you like what I'm saying, you can hear more of it on my YouTube channel, because this is kind of the content that I give. I just did this painting. My son was at a climbing camp, and I did some climbing earlier in the day, and because it was a long camp, I pumped out, which is when your forearms get tired of climbing, and I decided to grab my paints. And sometimes when you're working in a new location, you have different supplies, it's really fun to see what you come up with, because you know you're sometimes more restricted with your palettes and with the supplies you might have if you're kind of traveling or on the go. Again, totally sidetracking. I've been really inspired by my friend Sunny Altman. Actually, it's an Instagram friend. I've never met her, but I started to follow her a number of years ago, and I just craved taking out my art journal and painting rainbows and metallics. This is not done yet, but I just thought I'd share. I keep many art journals at the same time, and in the evenings, sometimes I'll just go and paint the watercolor background. So this one's really vibrant and bright. And when I feel like it, I go back to them. So I have so many works going on at a time. Right now, my artist goal is to focus on filling some of these art journals because I love them so much. The thing is, I often think when I'm creating, I'm in the mode of selling. I've been in a business mode for almost a little bit too long for my liking, and I really want to get back into what I love about creating. What have I learned from the art I have already created? So instead of sitting down with the intention of selling a painting, I'm really focused on getting out my art journals, because these, every now and then someone will want to buy pages from my art journal, or I'll want to frame them. But it can be challenging because they're really odd sizes. So in a way, it forces me to use the journals in a way that I wouldn't normally. I could do a whole YouTube session on this as well. I wanted to just share with you, yeah, kind of like where my style is at right now. I did this little mini one in the evening the other night. I'm really inspired by Kauai. I've spent a lot of time on the Garden Island of Kauai, and it's my happy place, and I know I probably won't get there for a little while, so I wanted to do something. I just feel like this is very abstract. It just came out. This is a background that I was working on another night as well. I'm totally sidetracking. Okay, I talked about the audio room, my Oracle deck, and my YouTube video. Now we ship rolled canvas prints. Now I can just focus on having fun with you all. This is a mountain painting in progress. So my mountain works typically are painted on this small size, really high quality. I use Arches cold pressed 140 or 300 pound paper because that weight is just what I love for painting on. And then I revisit my work in print. So if I'm really happy with my work that I have done small, I will then blow it up to this size, embellish it, and hopefully sell it. This one again is a work in progress. You can see I'm very inspired by the mountains, which are literally in my backyard here in Calgary. I wanted to share with you, so I really feel like the process of creating an Oracle deck was such a beautiful process for me. And I went through, excuse me, I went through so many, I guess, explorations for myself as an artist with this oracle deck. An example, these are not what the oracle deck is going to look like, but it gives you an idea of the size and some of the art. And this video has become really long, so thank you for getting inspired with me. Do follow me on YouTube and shout out with any questions I can help you with. And I hope you just don't be afraid of the blank page. Don't be afraid of a fancy art journal. Really just create for yourself every day if you can. Okay, bye.